everyone, my name's Jewel. I wanted to just kind of hop on here and talk about, just basically when you start drawing and it doesn't look like it's going too well. That happens to me a lot, actually. And I think that the main problem with this is that it's kind of lacking, what do you call it? Like basic plan before you sketch out your picture. But I kind of skipped ahead of all like the mistakes that I made in this one simply for time's sake. But the point I'm trying to make about this one is I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had no idea what I was going to do when I first started this. But when I started the face came out really, really well. And then I just kind of, okay, well, this pose doesn't work, and this pose doesn't work, and my skill level doesn't exactly allow me to draw this pose. So what can I do? What can I draw with my skill level? And I think that kind of, how do I say this? It kind of limits you. I have been basically watching a lot of talented YouTube artists. I really am getting into Ross Draws, and there's a couple of other ones right now. And when I'm more familiar with them, I'll talk about them probably a little bit more. But basically, it is that you cannot run from your responsibilities as an artist. You cannot run from hiding. Basically what I did in this drawing is I'm very uncomfortable with feet. I'm very uncomfortable with hands. I am very uncomfortable with legs. So I kind of just hid them. And so I thought this would be a very good video to talk about that. We should definitely not avoid drawing things that we are weak at. So I think the weakest thing that I actually did kind of go for in this is I have never, ever, ever drawn an animal. That is my absolute first animal I've ever drawn. And she turned out okay, but like, if you can see it compared to like the background, which I'm very comfortable with, I love doing lines, straight lines, kind of backgrounds. I love doing line art for backgrounds. So you can tell that I spent a lot of time on that, but I didn't spend a lot of time on the dog because I just wasn't comfortable with her. I also am not very good with foreshortening, which is something that I really need to get used to. The point of the whole thing is that you need to be able to kind of make a list of your weakest points. So like I said, for me, it's for hands. It's hands, animals, feet. That's what I'm going to say I have the biggest problems with. And I think what it comes down to is lack of references. If we take the time to actually study other people's art and study realism, study references from life, everything like that, then you'll know more. I mean, like, people don't just automatically know what a dog looks like. I mean, we have like a kind of a rough idea of what a dog looks like, but where exactly do those muscles go? Where exactly, how far apart do the eyes go? How does that dog look? All of that comes from the reference. And if you don't have that, you end up feeling maybe a little, like you just can't draw it. But that's not necessarily true. You are very talented as an artist. You are just not experienced in that particular section of art. So, don't give up. Don't do what I did in this and hide, the little tiny little insecurities in there. And if you were a seasoned artist, I know that you would spot this from a mile away. So there's that. But yeah, Oh, yeah, and I also wanted to mention that I actually took a reference for the background. It's actually kind of like my kitchen setup. It's slightly different. Obviously, the outside is a little bit different, but that's basically my kitchen. So I did check that from reference and kind of make sure that that was working out well. And it made it a lot easier. And I would consider that the background is probably, the best part of this. I mean, obviously, we have the girl and the dog as the focal point, but as far as the detail goes, as far as the way that it looked, I think it looked the best. But yeah, that is all I have to say today. I'm going to get off here before I start rambling too much. But yeah, don't give up, keep drawing, and never apologize for being undeniably you.